Hi, I'm Sarah. Welcome. I'm making vegan, gluten-free, refined sugar-free crepes. They're absolutely delicious and savory. Let's get started. I'm just using the ingredients I have in my refrigerator. So I have my compost bowl here for everything. I'm going to be using onion, garlic, red pepper. I will garnish with a tomato, and I have two smaller zucchinis. Use whatever you have. So first, we want to prep the vegetables. I cut off the ends of my onion. Do a small cut down the center just to get off the outer layer of onion. Throw that in the compost bucket. Okay, so then I cut the onion in half, and I'm just going to go lengthwise and hold the onion together as best as I can. And we'll just do long slices through the onion, being careful not to get your fingers. So how this works is I have one slice, and then I use my finger to keep that one down, and I'll continue slicing until I have a better grip on it and keep going through the onion. So then I have nice pieces of onion, like so. And these will just fry up really, really well. I'll cut just a small end off of both of my zucchinis here. Just hardly any of the end. And throw that in the compost bucket. Now these are smaller, so I'm just going to actually cut down and do rounds today. Trying to make them the same width. Close enough to being the same width. Of course, there's no perfection in anything, but there's quality. If you maintain your presence and you're with the zucchini as you're cutting with the zucchini and you're not with anything else, your mind's not racing about what else you have going on today, it does help with the slicing process. So now I have my red pepper, and with red pepper it's best to go along the sides. And that just helps you take off this, all the seeds and the white part that's surrounding in the inside. I'm just going to cut that off and still use the bottom piece. You can do whatever you choose. And then what I will do, actually, just take my knife and take off the So then here you have your red pepper, and I just pile them on top of each other and go through creating long strips, but then I'm going to just go one knife through and have those and cut my bottom piece in half. So then I have basically pieces of sliced red pepper. Now I will be garnishing with tomato. You can add the tomato to the cooked veggies if you prefer, but this is what I'm doing today. And you can always switch things up. Use different vegetables, use different garnishes, whatever you like. Use the vegetables that you love. It will be delicious no matter what you use. So I'm just doing slices of tomato. And what I did first was remove that inner part with the paring knife. I meant to show you that, but I'll do that in another video. Okay, so I just remembered that I want to garnish with avocado as well on top when I'm done. So I'm just preparing it all, so it's really easy to just throw together when it's completed. So avocado, and I'm just going to slice it lengthwise and then across like this, making little cubes in my avocado, and that makes it really easy when you're garnishing. So I'll just do a little squeeze like this, which helps remove the avocado. You can use a spoon if you prefer. A tip is if we leave our pit in the avocado, it helps prevent it from turning brown in the fridge and it keeps it fresher longer. However, for me, if I do have half an avocado, I'll typically eat this later today, either for a snack or for add it to my dinner or something. Okay, so all the vegetables are prepared, so I will be just putting the knives in the sink and putting my veggies to the side, compost bucket to the side. Now, what I have here is gluten-free oat flour and about 1.5 cups of water I'm just going to add to my blender and blend up the batter. I've turned on my stainless steel pan to medium heat. I'm going to add a splash of water there, probably a couple tablespoons, in which I will add garlic. I have salt, paprika, cumin, and black pepper. Now I do use some oil when I'm cooking. I will be using it to make the crepes, but not to cook these vegetables. So the whole purpose of putting the spices in first is to get the, enhance the flavors of the spices. So what you want to have is, you will start smelling the aroma of the spices, and that's when you know to start incorporating the rest of the ingredients. It's come to a bit of a simmer here. First, I'm going to put in the onions, and I smell it. As soon as you start to smell the aroma of the spices, that's when you want to start adding in the ingredients. I have onion that I have added, and I turned up to about medium-high just to get the onion starting to cook here. Just using the spoon to break up the onion and coat the onion in the spices. Now we'll let the onions cook down for a bit. Now that the onion has started to soften, I'm adding in the zucchini. Now adding in a tiny bit more water, maybe another tablespoon. Coat the zucchini into the spices. Now that the zucchini is thoroughly coated, we add the red pepper just on top here. And stir the seasonings to coat the red pepper as well. Now that everything's coated, cover the lid and just let it simmer there on, or saute on about medium low heat for just a few minutes. Now I'll chop in some curry leaf, stir that together. Oh, it smells so good. All the flavors, you can smell the seasoning nice and strong, and the herbs just really coming together in here. The zucchini and the bell pepper, onion, garlic, curry leaf. Still has a little bit more to cook, but I don't want to overcook it either. We want there to be some crunch, some vibrancy to the color left also. See how it's doing? Oh, it looks delicious. Now, because there's a lot of water in zucchini, that's created some water into the pan. So what I want to do now is just allow, with the lid off, some of that water to cook off of the pan. See how everything still has color? You still see the green, you still are seeing red, it's still vibrant. It's important that we don't overcook our vegetables, which causes them to be a lot more delicious and flavorful. Overcooked vegetables are really not tasty. A lot of the water has evaporated out and everything's cooked. I'm just going to remove this pan, place it to the side here. And I have my other pan I'm putting right here, right directly on the heat. I have just a little bit of coconut oil in this stainless steel pan. It's probably maybe a teaspoon. You don't need much. The heat helps to allow it to spread evenly on the bottom of the pan. So I'll put it on again, let it heat up more, and get the oil really coated on the bottom of the pan. High quality stainless steel cookware is essential in the kitchen. Now that that has happened, I have transferred from the blender into my bowl the batter. We'll need a spatula. What I'll do is put about maybe half a cup, about 3/4 cups of batter in there. And so it's on medium heat, and I'll just allow it to spread. I'm going to immediately spread it in to the pan. If it's really thickened up, as mine has, just taking a spoon and I'm going to help it along. There you go. Take your spatula and you're able to lift up the edges. Still going to let it cook a little bit longer before I flip it. Now that you've made sure all the edges are able to come up with the spatula, just go under, do a quick flip, like so. Oh, I'm so excited. These are so tasty. Savory crepes are just so delicious. You can really do so much, such a variety of things that you can do with crepes. Okay, now I'm removing the crepe. Straight. Add some of the vegetable filling here. Oh, it's so good. Okay, now I like a lot of veggies, so I really just filled mine. I'm just going to fold it over. You can definitely do less vegetables and fold it into more of a roll. I highly suggest more vegetables over less. It's best to have more vegetables and less pastry. Add the avocado, tomato, I like some spice, so I'm adding some red pepper flakes. Oh, this is delicious. I already know it. Okay. Now for the taste test. I'm so excited. Yay! Now it's really great to make sure to take a few breaths before you start eating. Mmm. 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 The vegetables are cooked perfectly. They have the right crunch to them. Everything is just amazing. You have got to try this recipe. It is absolutely delicious. Use what you have in the fridge. It's a great recipe to just use up what you have, or you can go ahead and get the ingredients that I have used also. It will be good. Mm. And the avocado, mmm.